For all these years, docuseries have kept us glued to our TV screens with their drama and the feeling of being a part of an inspirational journey. Though we know how miserable these people were because of their massiveness, little did we know about the calamities that led them to a 600-pound life. From being raped to being fed in form of punishment, all they went through was pure torture. So, in today's video, we will tell you some of the most agonizing stories that will leave you grief-stricken. Let's roll! Lindsay Witt.
Eat your snacks, because this is what it is. You know what this is right here? All these little things right here in this bag.
Witt was first introduced to the viewers in season 8 when she weighed 648 pounds. Her health was not the only thing suffering, as her marriage was also in drift. Her food addiction, combined with her husband's alcoholism, nearly destroyed both of their lives. Lindsay Witt had always struggled with her weight, and despite having had bariatric surgery in the past, things didn't turn out as she had hoped. But all she wanted was a second chance at making things right. Lindsay found it difficult to control her eating habits after various events influenced her eating habits as she grew up. As it turns out, she began seeking comfort in food after experiencing the trauma of living with an abusive father. She also picked up bad eating habits and diet choices from her father. This only exacerbated her food addiction and made her situation worse. Paul, Lindsay's husband, had his own demons to face. Paul was shown to be short-tempered and impatient when dealing with low-level alcohol addiction. He couldn't handle the stress that Lindsay's lifestyle brought. As a result, she left him at home and traveled to Houston on her own to focus on her treatment. At her consultation, Dr. Now advises her to lose 75 pounds within 3 months. Lindsay was only able to lose 28 pounds, and which was not good at all in terms of her progress. And it appeared that she couldn't bring herself to fully commit to the diet that had been recommended to her, which strained her relationship with her husband, Paul. Eventually, she lost 209 pounds and dropped to 438 pounds. Her gastric bypass surgery was approved.
This is what I won't do. Since you lost 82 pounds, I want to pay you for surgery.
Travis Henry.
I hate what I'm doing and putting my wife through, because I can see the pain that I'm causing her in her eyes.
Travis Henry appeared on the show after realizing that he would be unable to walk down the aisle at his own wedding. He knew it was time to take some action. Travis was working hard to lose weight and get in shape so that he could give his wife the wedding she deserved. He admitted that his food addiction had progressed to the point where he couldn't stop eating once he started. We noticed him fumbling with his shirt, and meanwhile, his wife Yasmin prepared breakfast. Food helped the Texas native overcome the fear of what would happen to them if they continued down this path. Travis's parents got divorced when he was a child, and he was forced to live with his older brother, with whom he was very close. Travis ate a lot and was over 100 pounds at the age of 10 because he had no parental supervision. His weight eventually reached 500 pounds. Travis's brother later returned to live with his father, and they didn't want him. Travis met his wife later in life, and they quickly became friends. The couple married after falling in love. Travis was unable to walk down the aisle. As a result, he decided to embark on an extreme weight loss journey, guided by none other than our reality TV star, Dr. Now. To be eligible for his weight loss surgery, he first had to lose 100 pounds in 4 months, which he did. He lost 221 pounds in the end. He weighed 379 pounds the last time they weighed him. We gushed about his weight loss success at the end of the episode and wished him luck on the rest of his journey.
Me and Yasmin are trying something new for our date tonight. I told her I wanted to take her to the movies instead of just dinner.
Tommy Johnson.
I went online and bought grip socks because I'm terrified of falling in the shower. I don't know if I ever get back up if that happens.
When we first met Tommy Johnson on the show, the 38-year-old weighed well over 600 pounds. For him, every day was a painful reminder of how bad he had allowed himself and his body to become. Tommy had been living with his fiancée, Amanda, who looked after everything around the house, including him. Amanda had a history of morbid obesity, having lost her previous boyfriend to it. While Tommy admitted to having a food addiction, he recognized the danger he was putting his health in and sought Dr. Now's assistance in trying to change his life. During his introduction, Tommy stated that he has struggled with his weight for as long as he can remember. Food has always provided him with comfort and served as a coping mechanism to help him overcome his fears. When he was 8 years old, his father died suddenly of a heart attack, bringing his weight issues to head. His father had been struggling with alcoholism, and on the day he died, he was supposed to have lunch with him, which left the poor kid broken. His weight continued to rise in the years after the man his mother had asked to be his caregiver began abusing him sexually. He weighed 500 pounds by the time he graduated from high school at the age of 18. The Louisiana native arrived at Dr. Now's office at 641 pounds. Amanda was getting frustrated with his health and didn't want to lose another partner to obesity, so she was a great motivator when he was given Dr. Now's low-calorie diet plan to follow. By his second check-in with the celebrity surgeon, he had lost 70 pounds and had been approved for surgery.
Show me that you're sticking with your diet, so we're going to go ahead and approve you for weight loss surgery.
Carrie Johnson.
And I'm ashamed that I have to have my husband, Chris, help me get up and get ready for the day because of how out of control I've let my weight get.
Viewers met 37-year-old Carrie Johnson in Season 9. The Texan was at last ready to make a lifestyle change, get healthier, turn her life around, and in the process, help her family too. Carrie was on the verge of eating herself to death 20 years after her father died as a result of a botched weight loss surgery. She had faced the fear and grief of losing her father and ending a cycle of toxic behavior with her husband, Chris. The Johnsons lived in a trailer home. Carrie's family consists of herself, her husband, Chris, and daughter, Haley. In the opening of the episode, Haley and one of her friends were preparing dinner. Carrie felt bad because she couldn't cook for her daughter and friends, and she had already made up her mind to go to Houston. Carrie's relationship with her husband, Chris, was a source of stress for her. Chris, as we saw, took care of all of Carrie's needs, including assisting her in getting ready for the day and preparing meals. Chris was devoted, but he admitted at one point that he felt more like a caregiver than a husband. But Carrie also knew that losing weight would lead to more independence, and with it, the hope that her relationship with Chris would return to what it had been, husband and wife rather than caregiver and patient. At the age of 18, Carrie weighed around 400 pounds. After that, she lost her father, dropped out of college, fell into an abusive relationship, and miscarried her child. Carrie used food as a coping mechanism, which is why Dr. Now knew she needed to speak with a counselor in addition to her weight loss commitment. Carrie weighed 602 pounds when she first met Dr. Now, and he told her she needed to lose 60 pounds to be eligible for the surgery. Carrie lost enough weight by the end of the episode to be approved for surgery.
For 300s, we can discuss any option for skin removal.
Before we go on to the last story of our list, we'd love to hear your thoughts on today's video, as well as if you have any other favorite shows that you'd like to see on our channel. Michael Blair.
I hate that I have to be taken care of. It's humiliating. That destroys my morale.
Michael Blair's life was in grave danger when we first met him. And if he didn't get his weight under control soon, Michael Blair was panicking because he had realized that time was running out. We saw Blair talking about how he struggled with a particular type of self-harm. He needed emergency surgery to save his life after being involved in a near-fatal car accident. His spleen was removed during the surgery in order to save his life. As a result, his stomach has developed a lot of thick scar tissue. But Michael's previous gastric bypass approval was in vain because he was unable to undergo another procedure because of his morbidity. He even told about how he was going through a really bad depression since that life-changing event. However, he and his wife discussed having a second child to help bring him out of that depression. Michael's mental health did not improve with the birth of his second son, and he continued to binge eat. Michael even admitted that sometimes he ate to the point where his stomach scars hurt, and he couldn't understand why he couldn't stop eating. Michael weighed 609 pounds at his first appointment with Dr. Now. Michael's endoscopy revealed that he had a hernia. Dr. Now stated that he could only help Michael if he lost 150 pounds. So, Michael was given the weight loss goal of 100 pounds for the first 3 months. Michael came down to Dr. Now and lost 38 pounds by sticking to his diet and adding martial arts training to the mix, bringing his total weight loss to 135 pounds, which also helped with his hernia surgery.
All these things, not liking people, how in the world do you get such a supporting wife? How did you find that?
Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again!